Yeah, we are back at the S.H.I.T.S podcast. So we are either shooting the shit, starting some shit,
or picking up where shit left off, baby. You say that with some energy.
Hey, I'm your host, Monsoon Starrah, the coolest cat you heard thus far.
Yes, I'm Bubba Ball, one of the dreads you can catch at the mall. It's summertime. I've been spotted.
Buying caps. Yo, and this week, special guest to the podcast, very, very funny comedian out of Chicago, very energetic personality. I want y'all to make some noise for the one and only Stephanie Robertson.
Yer.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's the most applause I've ever heard.
Damn.
You just starting now. You're
Yeah.
gonna get there. Yo, so before we get into anything, I want to give a shout out to some very special cats, man. They've been really supporting us, and we really want to support them. Shout out to the Chicago Clubhouse Sports Podcast.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, they doing some big shit, man. If y'all want to talk about sports, y'all want to learn some shit about sports, y'all need to hit them up. The Chicago Clubhouse Sports Podcast. Also, the Block Radio 105, the Block 105 Radio. Y'all can hit us up every Friday, 9 a.m., www.theblock105.com. And like I always tell y'all, because I need y'all to pay attention, man. Pay attention. Hit up the website, www.theshitspodcast.com. THESHITTS.PODCAST.com. Motherfucker. Yo, hit up the website, man. Y'all can see the merch. We got these shirts. We got cups. We got socks. We got hoodies.
Ooh, the socks. I'm flexing the socks all summer
Hit
long.
them with the flex real quick.
I'm flexing on them with the socks. Like, it's a thing. Now, okay, we have a woman. We have a guest here, so I'm asking her first.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you have a thing with socks? I've heard women say they hate socks.
Oh, no. I'm wearing socks. I'm wearing the short little socks right now. I got socks on. So
You got the hitting socks.
I got the no-show socks.
Yeah,
I don't have a
that's
problem
the
with socks.
okay.
No, I actually prefer socks because I don't really like my feet to be out. I
there you
think
go.
that's it.
I'm with you on that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you like a socks and sandals kind of girl?
Absolutely not. No, I don't.
Oh, shit.
If anyone does that here, I'm sorry, but stop.
I was about to say, what the fuck? Like, man.
I don't like that shit. No.
It's just like when you see motherfuckers with socks with sandals on, you be like, how bad do your feet actually look?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be like,
To them,
damn.
at least.
Yeah, like, damn, bro, like, what happened?
I got a homie with black toenails. And he has no problem like wearing his feet out. I'll be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I know you were, damn, they dropped some shit on your shit at the steel mill or something? How are your toenails black?
I thought you was
Black.
So we'd like to do a check-in. We'd like to do a check-in with guests. So, Stephanie, how your week been?
How my week been? Oh my god, it was good. No, it was good. If I'm staying positive, it was good. It was a long week. I did a lot of open mics and stuff. Yeah, I did. I went to a lot of open mics and saw some shows too. And then I was in a show. I helped run a show on Friday, and then I was in a show Saturday, and then I went to see a show after that show. So now I'm here. So yeah.
How was the show that you hosted?
It went well. I of course, like, I wish I could have done better, right? Like always, right? But overall, it went really well. And I mean, like, the feature killed it. The headliner killed it. They're comics from Chicago, so and they're headlining, like, they get the regulars at the Laugh Factory and Zanies and stuff. So they're good. They killed it. They killed it up at in McHenry. So that was good. So it was fun. It was fun to be a part of it, and I got to, like, network with them and make friends with them.
Important.
So yeah. So overall, it was a pretty successful week. Yeah, I'd say it's just a long one.
Bubba Ball, what about you? How's your week, bro?
Man, I got some terrible news, man. We lost a Chi-Town legend, man.
Who?
Man, rest in peace, BD Tupac. Tupac, man. We got a Chicago legend named Tupac off the 9, bro.
Damn, my fault.
They say
rest in peace.
Yeah, they say they found Pac dead. Now, it's also been rumored that he's still alive, so I'm gonna check back on. But a lot of people were saying that, he did meet his demise. He was found in the alley. And Tupac was a character, man. If you need to know who the Chicago Tupac is, he was always around bus stops being recorded. He was always dancing with people and saying some of the most outrageous shit like Tupac would say, but not on Tupac's level, in his own way. He was a Chicago Tupac. And he was BD sometime, he was GD sometime, you know what I mean? So he was just a funny character that, Chicago produced, man. And shit, he deserves his flowers, man, because he was on a lot of people's page. So I want to give a shout out to, Chicago Tupac. But other than that, man, the week was good. I was able to keep gas in my car. I showed the people on Facebook how we in Chicago have been affected by that shit in certain areas. So, just seeing the ramifications of shit and how things planned out. And
them motherfuckers putting gas in plastic bags.
Bro, that shit was crazy when I saw that dude had like Tupperware containers. And he had water bottles, and he was just going around like topping them all off. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna get this shit?
Hey, bro, I watched that shit. I'm like, bro, you putting gasoline in a plastic bag with like 3 other adults with you. That should be a fucking crime, man. Like, ain't none of y'all saying that's not the best idea, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's terrible.
That shit is retarded, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say retarded. Well, I shouldn't say retarded. Speaking of things that you shouldn't do.
Good transition. Good.
I was
Talk about some don'ts.
This is a definite don't. I was reading that they think about having a Romeo versus Bow Wow versus, like,
that would be interesting because
no one cares.
But here's the thing.
No one fucking cares.
If you watch that shit, you would be surprised how many of them songs you still remember. That would be the funny part to me. Like, if I was like, okay, if Durst popped that shit on right now.
Give me a Romeo song real quick.
No.
Exactly.
No. Wait. And we talking about Romeo for Master P.
We talking about Lil Romeo.
Nah. Bow Wow, I'm going to know some of Bow Wow.
Oh, yeah, I know Bow Wow.
But
shit.
Romeo was like,
Nah, come on, bro. Like,
who's watching that on the ladies?
You know a Romeo song?
No, I don't know the name of the Romeo song. No, I know Bow Wow from Like Mike.
See?
And of course, like, his music and stuff. But that was the first time I saw.
That's
him,
it.
Like
So
Mike,
this verses would be pointless.
Fucking a waste.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A fucking waste. That would be a waste of everything. Like, good time, good space.
Right.
I would be watching fucking reruns of Snowfall, like catching up on
like
Snowfall.
having the verses of Young MC versus Hammer.
Oh my god!
Even though Hammer will win.
Tone Loc.
Oh, wow, thing.
Man,
wow, thing.
I'm gonna tell you this though: if MC Hammer battles somebody, I'm watching that shit. Cause Hammer still can dance. Hammer like 7'6", bro.
But what if it ain't a dance battle though?
It's not. All his songs would promote dancing. Hammer, I am.
They put me in a mix,
bro. I got a favorite song by MC Hammer. Yeah, if I played that motherfucker, everybody in here be like, oh,
come the Hammer, here comes the Hammer,
hey. Man, shit, boy. It's like a fucking Kid and Play. You know how Kid and Play was there? I turn into that shit when that song come on.
Yeah.
But it's not often that you hear it.
But Hammer was way better than Kid and Play.
Oh, Hammer was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Hammer was the shit.
So, with that being said, but hold on, real quick. Think about it. We trip on females that dance a lot off Knuck If You Buck because we figure they get musty real quick. Anyway. But think about it.
Though.
Them motherfuckers, Oaktown 357, that was dancing with Hammer, you think them bitches wasn't musty?
But they was sexy though. They was like, and they had those pants.
They put me in a mix.
Hey, yo, we'll be back.
We gotta take a break real quick. We come right back. Hey, yo, shout out to all the females that like to go to house parties and dance and get musty and blame it on blame it on a dude. It's the shit, y'all. For all erotic needs and adult needs, hit up Cole Pleasures, COLEpleasures.com. That's www.colepleasures.com. It's the shits. We are back at the Shits Podcast. And we just shout out to Kumo D.
Yeah, he was killing shit back
whatever UPS you working at right now.
That was the first motherfucker that got hated on in rap. You know what I mean? Kumo D got hated on heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was on some positive, like, riding horses through the hood, Wild Wild West shit. Motherfuckers like, man, get your ass out of here. We got Lambos. Slick Rick pulling up with the fucking limo, and you pull up with horses and shit, shitting all on the street.
With rims on it. Okay.
With spinners.
He got a horse with spinners on it. All right, yo. We are chilling here with the phenomenal Stephanie Robertson. The hilarious Stephanie Robertson. So I seen you at Dog and Pony Show.
Yeah.
So once again, shout out to Rhymester.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
Hey, Rhymster's the plug.
When I do comedy, when I break out, right? When I break out of the comedy closet, I'm coming out on rhymes.
Do we really want to use that term?
Oh, yeah, because you got to build up enough courage to stand up in front of everybody and not give a fuck if they laugh or not.
I get it.
That's the trick to being a comedian.
And you got to tell your parents. And
that's the worst thing.
You got to be like, Mom, Dad.
I'm a comedian.
And they're like, no, you're not.
They're like, we seen your grades, motherfucker. We know you close to it.
Right. I've been a class clown all my life. My mother would have no problem with me telling her I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
She'd just be like, please don't embarrass me, son.
Right. Yeah.
Just don't say shit about me. I don't care what you say about you.
Yeah.
Don't say shit about me. So let me ask you this: How long you been doing comedy?
I've just started. I've been involved in like shows and like comedy, like acting and like improv, but I just started stand up in February. So like when the world opened back up again. There it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh wow.
So you're a stand-up virgin.
I really am. This, by the way, speaking, this is my first podcast.
Oh, podcast virgin.
I'm a podcast virgin.
Yes.
Thank you.
And between two black guys, that's shit.
It's a fucking Oreo cookie. This is the first human Oreo cookie, guys.
I couldn't ask for more.
There goes our sponsors.
She's a comedian, so
There goes our sponsors.
Hey, if she's laughing,
You guys
you
can
laugh.
laugh. You
You
guys
gotta
can
laugh.
laugh.
It was funny.
Yes, I give you permission.
Hilarious,
It's
I'm
okay.
telling
Yeah.
you.
No, it's all good.
So what made you start? Besides the fact that you not being stop, because you throwing me off. What made you start with the comedy?
With yeah. So I've been obsessed with comedy like since I can remember. Like I remember like I was like kindergarten or first grade because I lived in Pittsburgh at the time, and that's when I was in that young. And my mom was like watching some like Good Morning America type talk show, and Jim Carrey was on it.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey, one of the funniest motherfuckers on earth.
Jim Carrey was on it, and she changed it because they were like, all right, and coming up next is Jim Carrey, and she changes the channel to like avoid the commercial. I was like, no, go back, we're watching the commercial. Right. I don't want to miss Jim Carrey. And she was like, you like Jim Carrey? And I was like, yeah, like I do. Like I remember that moment of just being like, oh yeah, I really like Jim Carrey. And then ever since then I was just like obsessed with like all things comedy.
That's what's up.
So yeah, and I grew up obsessing over Jim Carrey, and
So is it safe to say that he's one of the comedians that inspire you?
Absolutely, 100%. Not that like my style is anything near him, and I don't even want to try to replicate him because I don't think you can.
Dangerous.
Right,
No, you
exactly.
can't.
It would be silly. Yeah, no, it would be ridiculous of me too. But no, he's definitely 100% like my influence in even just like living life and stuff like that.
So
like,
talk about the place that you have to put yourself in mentally when you accept a show. Boom, I got a show Saturday, 8:00. What is your mind? Where's your mind go at 4:30?
Yeah.
Saturday prep time. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean it just happened yesterday, so that's gonna be easy to talk on. Pretty much like you go, okay, like your jokes because you've told them at open mics before, and you know what works, and or at least what you hope will work, right? And then so what I do is like I'll write out my set in full, just so I know I can keep it clean in my head and fresh in my head, and then I'll run it one or two times beforehand,
like in a mirror and shit like that.
Yeah, totally. Or like you listen back to a good set, and so you can remind yourself what you did that night and what got a laugh that night, and then you kind of just like compile it all together and like hope for the best, So like that's like 4:30, and then honestly, this is a little dorky, but I've definitely been like I'll like watch like a YouTube clip of like something like with Jim Carrey just to kind of like get my energy up. And, yeah, like I watched The Mask like yesterday.
Great fucking movie.
And or like clips from like In Living Color. Like I loved him on In Living Color, and just like In Living Color in general.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was obsessed with that. I have it on DVDs now, like a
That's
collection
a whole
of
collection of 5 boxes.
Yes, exactly. Those 5 seasons.
That's a great fucking collection though. I got that also. I picked it up at a thrift store. That was the first.
You picked up at Walmart.
Bro, no, a thrift store. I went because you go to Walmart and buy a collection. That shit's like $70, $60 and up.
Not if you go in with the right people. But go ahead though.
Yeah, we gotta go in with our peoples in the self checkout. So listen, one thing that has kept me, like I told you before, one thing that keeps me from getting now I can host, I can get up in front of people and talk no problem. right? But to actually be forced to make you laugh, that's a job.
I know.
And so when like I say, when you get ready, your prep on the way. Okay, now another good thing, because I watched comedians in the car. You seen that? What do you do in the car?
with
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, and he had everybody in different cars, right?
Yeah.
So your car routine. Are you listening to like music before you do a show?
Ooh.
What kind of music?
Honestly, I might drive in silence.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
maybe. Well, like, okay, like on the way here, I definitely was like playing music.
Right.
Getting myself like pumped up and just like energized and like, you know, but like a lot of the time, like, or I'll even like run a few things like on my way there, just like, or talking out loud to myself or something like that. So yeah, I mean, definitely if it's like a long drive, like if I'm coming from home to the city, like I'll like play some music halfway and then I'll cut it off, you know, the rest of the drive. So yeah, just to whatever I'm in the mood for, like whatever helps me get in like the mindset and kind of get me pumped up. Because I still, I mean, I'm so new. I still get nervous before shows, and I'm still like, oh, you know, all the self-doubt and all that shit. I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, I know. I gotta shake it. You gotta
have a fuck it button. You gotta turn that fuck it button
on.
I
like that, yeah.
You got one?
Well, now I do.
Tonight you got a fuck it button.
Fuck it button.
There you go.
Activated. Yeah,
there it is.
So I was reading, you are correct me if I'm wrong, you are a DePaul alumni.
Mm-hmm, sure am.
Okay.
Sure am.
I went to some parties at DePaul, man. Y'all fucking party. Kids and everything.
So let me ask you this: how, if there is an amount, how much of your material have you developed just going to DePaul?
Well, it was the guys I dated at DePaul. More than anything, it was the guys I dated at DePaul. Like, I don't know, I don't expect you to remember, but like there was like a minute when I had like the tweezer bit, where I was like, you know, guys will buy like expensive shoes, expensive like, you know, jerseys, a cool hat, and then their tweezers will look like they were inherited from their grandfather's will. Like they'll be rusted, they'll be like dull, and it's like because that my boyfriend had one of those, and I'm like, where did you get this from? He's like, I don't know, my mom gave it to me at one point in my life, and I'm like, oh, so you've just thrown it in a bag and you've never used it, like clearly.
Right.
So it was stuff like that, or like, you know, going to young guys' apartments, they don't have a lot of stuff in their apartment.
Oh man.
And they don't care that they don't have a lot of stuff.
No, yeah.
An air mattress, a crate, a TV, and a PlayStation 5.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my God, for the longest time, my guy, he had a blue light, like that green light, but it was blue in his room. And there was no other light source in his room. We're just like fucking like the Blue Man Group in his room, like just beating on my ass. Like it was so ridiculous. I was like, oh, come on, we gotta get. I'm like, at least make it multicolor. Like, what are we doing?
Can I get a yellow in this?
Yeah, I know, for real.
Can't see my phone in this room. What the fuck are my shoes?
Oh shit!
This is my hand.
It would get dark, and then we just have to use like our phone flashlight. It took like 4 months of me dating him to finally be like, guess what I got from the store? And I'm like, God, like finally,
I got you a light.
did it. Yeah,
got you a light.
So,
fucking dollar store LED pop light.
What's
this?
He needed one of those like tap night lights.
Yeah.
Damn, the clappers. Shit. You know what? We're gonna wait till we come back because I got a question for you.
Okay.
We out here chilling with the phenomenal Stephanie Robertson. Yo, we're gonna take a break real quick and we're gonna be right back. Shout out to everybody with the blue light. That it's the shits.
Fridays, 9 a.m. Catch us at www.theblock105. It's the shits. We coming through.
We are back at the Shits Podcast, where we are talking to Stephanie Robertson, and she just schooling us on hand towels and hand soap and making sure you got tissue in your bathroom, shit like that. So let me ask you this. So I know you said you just started doing comedy last February. So you wanted to fresh out the pandemic. What's the first comedy venue that you performed at?
So, well, I performed like open mic or like a real show.
Let's say a real show.
It was Terminus Theater in Lake Villa.
Okay.
It's like a multi-purpose venue. It's weird. It looks like like a haunted house. It's so weird in the middle. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's up way up north. And it's Terminus Theater. It's right by my house, which is why. So I went to their open mics on every Tuesday because I could, because it was like 15 minutes from my house. It was the closest place. And so I became a Terminus regular, and then I met a few people who produced shows there, and they put me up. So
That's good.
and I've done a majority of shows there because they were doing some like almost they're back-to-back weekends. So they're just throwing me up. So it was great. Yeah.
Getting your feet wet.
It was like stomping grounds. Like so I feel very comfortable performing there, and it was a great way to like get started. But they're closing now. They're shutting down. They're going away.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just so fucked up, man, because I remember so many comedy clubs, and not just comedy clubs, but just live, like venues that have live performances and music, whatever, that's closing down. You like, fuck, man. And you just feel bad, man, because you remember that shit. You know, like, I remember going to, like for us, the Riddles. In,
Alsep.
No, that one's still open.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we talking about the one in Tinley Park.
159th.
Yeah.
Harlem or some shit.
That used to be like the shit. I remember seeing D-Ray there. I remember seeing Michi Hall, Sean Morgan, B. Cole.
Yeah.
A lot of people. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, it's just fucked up when you hear about these places that's closing. You know what I'm saying?
It's even just seeing closed signs on restaurants right now. It's just like, bums you out. Like,
you're like, damn.
Yeah, like the little restaurants and stuff. You're like, oh, they didn't make it.
The economy fucked them over, you know.
Yeah.
So I was also reading that you were on the speech team.
Oh my God. I was on the speech team for my so I went to DePaul my last 2 years. I went to community college my first years. I'm a twin. I have a twin brother, and so my parents were like, college at the same time, like no, like you're going to community college. And so it was fine. I had a great experience there. I had a great experience on the Harper speech team. I just didn't really like all the formalities of it. There's so many things that you have to do correctly on the speech team, or you'll get like points docked off for, which I just thought was so. Like, okay, so we had to hold like a little binder, kind of like the size of your notebook, but we had to hold it here, and then we had to like give our speech. And if you're like if you're looking too much, but if you're not looking enough, and if you flip the page, and if you hold it weird, or you're not, like, it was just stupid shit like that I was just like not into. And then we all had to dress up in like formal wear. Like I had to wear like like a suit or like a skirt or whatever with heels. And I just was like, I'm like, if I want to do like speech performance or like
give me some Timberlands.
Honestly, like let me show up in what I want to show up with.
Right.
You like lose like I felt like I was losing like half my personality by having to dress up like that, like business attire. And so it was just stuff like that. And then like if you do a scene, there was like something I think it was called like duo or something like that, where you would do a scene with a partner. But the rules in this were you couldn't make eye contact with the person you're doing. You had to look like off. Like
that's fucked
so
up.
I'm talking to you and I'm looking at your headphones. And if you made eye contact or you touched, you couldn't touch either. So I had to do a dancing scene, and it was literally I had to hover over his shoulder.
COVID style.
I had to do it 100%. That's exactly what it was. And so it was just stupid shit like that. And then coming from theater to like, where you make eye contact and you touch, one another, and then to go into speech and not be able to do those things, I hated it. I was just like, ugh, this isn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. It was a good experience. It, it definitely helped, get me up in front of people talking. So
yeah, I was about to say, it seemed like it helped you a lot.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. But dude, I had braces my first year of college. So I was on
that shit is in nowadays.
No.
Shit, fuck that. Everybody trying to get that shit.
Well, I had him on the speech team, and I was like, there was this. My speech coach gave me a script, like a prose, where you had to read. It was about like a woman trying to get pregnant, and I was like, I'm over here with my braces, talking about my husband and trying to get pregnant, and I was just like, this just doesn't feel right, and I feel like an idiot with these in. So I was just like, no, like it just wasn't for me. Like stand up is far beyond better, just because you can come up in whatever you're wearing and do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and it's just you. It's really you, and no one's docking you for points. It's like you either make them laugh or you don't. There's no like formality of it really. Yeah. So, in that way at least. So, but yeah.
So, speaking of people docking you for points.
Yeah.
So hecklers. So we've had a couple of comedians on the podcast. So some have said it's usually the unattractive people that heckle.
That's funny.
And then some people say, well, my brother, Tyler Arnett, he said it's the attractive ones that always do the heckling. What do you think? Do you think it's the majority of unattractive people that heckle or attractive people?
So I would say, actually, it's usually the average looking woman. It's usually they're a little too drunk. They've had
basic as hell.
They've had a little too much wine, and they just start shouting, and they want their people's attention. Like the shows, even the shows that I did last night, there were women heckling and talking, or just like, it's my birthday tonight. It's like, oh my gosh, then go somewhere else. Like, if you want people to notice you, like the comedians up there, you're all facing in this direction. It's not about you tonight.
Right.
So, it's usually just like the 30, maybe like 35 plus women, just way too many drinks in, just making it all about them that night.
Just making it all fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, attractive or not, probably leaning,
ugly motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. It's usually like they're hot enough, but like they're not like, they clearly need validation because they're shouting at a comedy show. So, yeah.
Have you ever had any bad experiences with hecklers?
Not really, not yet. There were more so at open mics than anything. And it's from the other comics, because so sometimes open mics will go late, and then it's just like a group of comics who are like usually like friends or whatever. Yeah. And like I'm buddies with this guy, but he goes up and he's like, young comics in the 20s, get the fuck out. You shouldn't be here. You should be out fucking get out of the scene. You ain't no good. Like, I'm funny as fuck, blah, 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 blah. And then I go up there and I'm like, dude, who gave you the ride here tonight? I drove you here tonight. I'm like, if I wasn't here, you wouldn't be here. And I'm like, I'm in my 20s here not fucking, so I don't have to be in my 40s here not fucking, because he was like older.
Oh shit. Where's my rim shot?
I was like 20-year-olds should be here. 40-year-olds should be out headlining somewhere. Like, what are you doing, buddy?
Right.
So,
that is true.
But so it was shit like that.
You're here because I'm here.
Yeah. I'm like,
true.
get the fuck out of here.
That's classic.
I'm like, I'm young. I'm starting out. Like, I should be. It's an open mic. What are you talking about? So, but I mean, him and I are cool. Like, and I drove him home. Like, so.
You simple bitch. How you gonna get home, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly.
Uber, goddamn. Exactly. So when you start to talk about young comedians and old comedians, how important do you think it is for mentorship as far as?
Oh, it's totally important. I think, I like it. I mean, I reach out to comics who've been doing it like for over a decade, just to check in and be like, hey, like I'm feeling weird about this, or like, or like these people said this, like, what do you think about it? Like, I think it's super important. I think mentorship is huge, and it makes you kind of feel better. And you cling to people who you trust and you go to, and they usually, like, so far so good. They've helped me out. Like, they really have.
Right.
And then they'll put you in like connections with people they know that are older, and it's
networking.
Just like exactly like
networking.
It's all good. I think mentorship is totally important, and it makes you feel like you're a part of, like, they're helping you become a part of the scene, and like they're looking out for you, so you if you have a bad night, you go to them, and they're like, listen, bad nights happen all the time. It'll be happening to them too, So
to me, I think that bad nights are the nights that really make you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that had the most bad nights are the ones that's like really fucking killing it right now.
Yes.
Whether it's music, comedy, acting, or whatever the fuck,
No,
those bad nights, because you go home, you like, fuck, I didn't get a laugh at all. Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Yeah.
Them rides home by yourself too. You beating yourself up like a motherfucker.
Exactly.
I forgot my good shit.
Exactly. Oh my god. Last night I was opening and I skipped like 4 lines that were essential to the punchline, and I was and it just like I was like no, like I felt it happening. I was like I recognized it happening, and I was like, don't let them notice. But of course you start being like and then you just try to like get back on track, and you're like so I messed it up a little bit, but no, as long as my mentors say, right, as long as you mess up, and then if you can beat yourself up, you can kick yourself a little bit of it, but then just go and fix it, like go improve, like go practice it, go work on it, and then that's all that matters. And it doesn't really matter if you messed up at the end of the night, because you're working on it.
Yo, we gotta take a break real quick. Yo, shout out to all the comedians who fucked up and was in a bathroom throwing up and shit because they were scared. It's the Shits podcast. It's the Shits.
Yo.
It's your boy Gerald Desserts. I fucks with the Shits podcast. It's the Shits.
Yeah. We are back at the Shits podcast. Yo.
I have a plethora of information here.
Hold on for 1 second. Oh shit.
Call me
Bub got out.
Lawyer
the
Bub.
Bub got the fold out. So, all right, Stephanie. Let me ask you this. Do you? Oh, damn. Okay. Do you think there is anything funny about sex that should not be funny? As a comedian.
About sex? No. I think, and this is just growing up watching comedy and admiring it and everything, I think you can joke about almost anything. I really do. I really do. As long as you have a solid punchline to support it.
Yes.
You can say it. Like, you should be able to say it. It's comedy. That's what you're supposed to take, like, you know, absurd or taboo subjects and bring them to light through humor and make people laugh about them. And then it's like, oh, not too bad. Like, whatever those taboo subjects, you know, as long as it's funny, I think you should be able to say it. Like, I really do. I mean, of course, like, context is everything.
Yes.
And like, your truth is important and everything. So like, if you're just trying to say a joke to say a joke and it's not your experience or whatever, then maybe. But like, bottom line, you just make it funny. Just make it funny. And that's
So with that being said, this might seem like a complex question, or it might seem like a very simple question. It's either or. What's funny to you?
That's hard, actually. That is a complex question for me, just because there are so many things that make me laugh and that I can't even understand why. Like I mean,
winos.
Winos
make me laugh. Like,
yeah, drunk people. Period. I love drunk people.
Drunk people are funny. Well, yeah, I mean, and drunk is like exposing that absurd side of someone's personality, like the side you don't. So it's funny. Like, it is funny to see people just really being, what is it, like your ego, like, right, the lid off the id, right? Like you're seeing like their truth. Like you're like, oh, like you're goofy as fuck. Like that's incredible. Like I never get to see you like, yeah, exactly.
Crackheads are funny.
Like, I know, like, spoof movies for example, like, spoof movies in the comedy world, they kind of get a bad rap because they're ridiculous and, like, they don't, like, they, you know, could be hacky or whatever. They make me laugh because they're so ridiculous and they don't give a fuck. I love that. And that's kind of comedy. Like, it's quick and it's happening and it's like, whatever. Nothing makes sense anyway because it's life. Life doesn't make sense. So it's like, spoof movies, I love them. I love spoof movies. I will admit it. Even though I know they're garbage a lot of the time. They are. They're garbage. They're stupid. But, like, stupidity makes me, I mean, I like Jim Carrey and he's stupid sometimes too. But, like,
as shit.
I feel that way about dance movies. Like, they funny as fuck to me.
I hate dance, bro.
They funny as fuck to me because I can't believe it. Like,
exactly, bro. I cannot watch. You know, my daughters be like, "Dad, you're a hater." If I record, how many times my kids call me a hater when we watch a Stump the Yard or some shit like that?
That shit ain't believable at all, bro.
Every time I get up, I'm dancing. You know, on the way out the room and shit. I'm doing a move. I'm gonna pick the weakest shit I saw in this movie, and I'm finna do this shit because they was like, ooh, you see that? You see that? Like, man, get the fuck out of here. This shit's whack.
Yeah. There was definitely an era of bad dance movies.
Yeah,
just
all
like,
of them.
Fame. Fucking fame. Dudes wore leg fucking warmers and shit.
Yes,
and thought they was cool. And they was getting pussy in a leotard. They had on a one-piece leotard with leg warmers on. And motherfucking girls was opening their legs for them.
That's right.
Willingly, like, ooh, this guy did a split. I'm going to give him some. I'm going to suck Jim's cock.
That's my
Fame was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Fame was funny.
That's what's funny to me is like dance movies, like, because I can't take y'all motherfuckers seriously, man. I'm sorry, y'all might be tough. I mean, but I don't think so.
Swole dudes, the big swole buff ex-football players be like dancers and shit.
I don't know. I don't even know if dancers like dancing movies. Like, I really don't. I think it's a lot of bullshit. Dancing movies.
We're gonna win the battle.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know J. Crew coming over? So what the fuck you wearing? You go for real? Hey yo, you go battle in them all-stars?
You just got served.
Right!
The
man,
fuck out of
they
here,
coming over
man.
here to serve us, bro. They got mics on. You coming over here all-stars.
It's like motherfuckers like walking past, like, why the fuck these niggas dancing in the alley, man?
Bro. And they be walking hard. That's what's funny to me about dance movies while we on this topic. When they posseed up.
Right.
They be walking hard and shit. Like, in the places they be battling in is like junkyards and under trains and under fucking viaducts and, you know. Come on, man.
Yeah, there's like that the scene where it's like raining out. It's like get the fucking find a studio. Like, what are you doing out here?
We know a motherfucker got a fire hose. Like, everybody know that's the trick for rain in the movies. Like
we just gonna be out here dancing in the rain, my nigga. Like, for real, come on, man.
No one's that into you.
No, like, no.
Stand out in the rain and watch you dance.
We don't enter that dance. We're not into the group like that, fam. Like, no.
Hey, we gotta have a rain scene. Like, who said we gotta have a rain scene in this
Chris
fucking
Stokes.
movie?
Chris Stokes. Had to be Chris Stokes. One of them motherfuckers. Oil their bodies up. Like, and then I don't really want to be. I don't really want to be dancing my shirt off around y'all motherfuckers.
Your chest isn't wet enough. Get him some. You need sweat. I need him
Splash
sweaty, right?
Fuck out of here. No, that was. And even like honestly, even when I watched Breaking, and I love Breaking, it was always funny for me, man, because I was like. So you mean to tell me we're going to ride around and fuck up our car like that? We're going to spray paint the side of our car like that?
I would do that if I needed a paint job. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only way I would let like some graffiti dudes do a piece on my shit.
Bro, I'm not letting I'm not with the group like that, fam. No, you not. They gonna call me. Hey, you're not gonna spray paint the side of your car with the group name? No, motherfucker.
Bro, we need a G ride. We need to represent everywhere we ride, yo.
Like, nigga, we get a banner.
That shit costs money, man. You know, Mucho got 3 cans of spray paint. You know he good.
Mucho.
That's his name, Mucho.
And it was racist. And I thought about it because they had a little Spanish kid in Breaking, and what was his name? Poppin' Taco. Bro, who the fuck came up with that, bro?
Because he know how to pop lock like a motherfucker. And you got to think, though.
Why I got to be Poppin' Taco?
New York is like a plethora of motherfuckers. So you gonna grow up with some Spanish, you know, you gonna grow up with like all different ethnics, you know what I mean? Ethnic
but that's
systems.
like them calling us poppin' chicken.
No.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga onion ring bug coming through and I come up smacking on some onion rings around my finger and shit. Yeah, what's up, yo? We finish up these rings and fuck you up.
All right, so we got this thing on the show. Well, we're gonna do this first. We got this thing on the show called First of All.
Ooh, okay.
So you get 30 seconds, right?
Okay.
First thing come to mind.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's easy.
Warm
It's
it up.
easy.
Uh-oh.
All right. What is? Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll stop talking so we can play the game. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
She's like, okay.
Wait. It's okay. You know, it's easy to do.
So when you make tacos, what do you put on your tacos?
I like the classic cilantro and onion on my.
There we go.
No cheese?
I mean,
cheese.
like if it like you know if they're like if it comes accidentally or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
I'll eat it.
You
like
don't
I'm not
need
a
it. Yeah,
picky.
yeah.
No, I don't need it. I like and then I like the like salsa verde. Like I like the green.
Ooh, the green instead of the red. I'm a
I
green
do.
dude.
I'm a
do.
green dude too. I like green. Yeah.
Yeah.
That red's a little bit too spicy.
See, I like spicy. I just don't like it's too chipotle. It's too smoky. I like the green. Like I like the jalapeno type.
She more of the poppin' taco.
Yeah, I'm like yes, I'm a fan of the
She's
poppin'
tasting the
taco.
fucking chipotle and like your palate is awesome. It's like it's too
All right.
smoky.
Yeah.
You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Quickest way to get famous.
Booty pics.
Quickest way to get hired.
Lie.
Quickest way to get musty.
Do comedy. Go get on a fucking podcast. Oh my god. I was like, sorry.
You get a whiff.
Quickest way to get on TV.
Do something stupid.
Quickest way to get fired.
Be honest.
Damn.
Quickest way to get your ass whooped.
Be honest.
Damn.
Quickest way to steal from Target.
I bring you. I don't.
That was Walmart, but I guess it'll work at Target. It should work at Target.
Oh shit.
The security's lax, you know. It should work. God damn.
Okay.
It just blew me up. Now they're gonna be watching me and shit. That was great.
Yo, thank you. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. We're gonna take a break real quick, and we're coming back, and we're gonna finish up this interview with Stephanie Robinson and my man Bubba Barker. Hit y'all with the underlay for the overplay, y'all. It's the shit.
That was great. I ain't laughed this hard in all fucking time.
The Block 105 Radio. Tune in every Friday at 9 a.m. www.theblock105.com.
Yo, we are back at the S.H.I.T.S podcast. Yo, it's one of them nights.
Yo.
Yer.
Yeah, man.
We out here kicking it with
We starting off the week great. I always let y'all know this is the first day of the new week, so we always like starting it off with a great show for y'all.
That is true. We are kicking up here with the hilarious Stephanie Robertson. So Bubba Ball.
Man.
You doing an underlay for the overplay?
What I got for y'all today was, I'm always watching some interesting things. Very interesting.
Alley cats.
Alley cats. The squirrels were running rampant in my backyard today. They were fighting on my abandoned car that's in the back. And I got to get the old school running, speaking of that. But I was recovering from a wonderful night, and this show kept looping, and it was a part 3, part 4, part 5, and it was called The War on Drugs. And that is the biggest fucking lie that has ever been told. We live in Chicago, right? This is Chicago, right? This is the South Side. Just in case people don't know, there's a guy, not Castro. What was the motherfucker they killed? Down in Mexico, the drug lord. His number one hub was Chicago.
I can believe it.
The fucking CIA is behind like all the major drugs and the good drugs, right? So when I saw, but this is fucking knowledge. Like they got so many documentaries on this. Rick Ross wouldn't be Rick Ross if it wasn't for the CIA. Rick Ross was buying keys back in the day for $2,000 less. Grade A quality. You talking about the funny part about it is wars were fought. A lot of people died, and all this time in your city, wherever you live, drug cases are treated harsher than actual murder crimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They treat drug cases like fucking hate crimes. Like if you get 30 years for some fucking drugs, for selling drugs, procuring them and selling them, like it's no fucking way that it's like 2.3 million people locked up right now. 20 years ago, it was only 300,000 people in jail. So understand clearly that incarceration is a new form of money making that has been clearly just thrown in front of you. You can buy stocks in this shit now. But what we look at as officers of the law, FBI, CIA, CPD, all of these people can be crooked, and they're getting paid to, keep corruption going. Mm-hmm. So understand, people, always that you can believe some of what you see and none of what you hear, but all the shit that you see, are you going to believe it? Can you believe it? Underlay for the overplay.
That was my man, Bubba Ball.
I also got to shout out 2 people, man, before we get up out of here.
Damn, you told me to remind you 2.
Yeah.
You actually said 3 people, bro.
Yeah. Nah, it's just two. And they doing some shit, man. They started some shit. They got a t-shirt company. My man, he opened up his shit. He got his t-shirt line out. And it's called Just Wink and Looking Ass. It's the hottest, funniest, catchy, clothing brand in Chicago. It's with a donkey with glasses representing the looking ass. You know how people looking ass. You know what I mean? So he got
still not a Walmart looking ass.
Right, still not a Walmart. Still not a Target looking ass. Stephanie ass over there. So also showing respect to the ladies, they got the Wink brand with the slogan of "Don't touch, just wink." Right?
Yeah, that's good.
So check them out. Be looking for them. They got an up and coming event May 14th, pop up shop fashion show. Interest at Harvey. I think that passed.
It did.
Yeah, so then we got another one, and she has a liquid black. Now, this is a liquid black by Keys at Gmail. So liquid black is an alcoholic beverage.
Ooh.
This is a custom cocktail.
Works for me.
And it's for every type of drinker, and the names are Liquid Sweat, Liquid Sex, Liquid Body, Liquid Sun, Liquid Courage, and Liquid Touch. So, both of them, I got the t-shirt right here. Got one of the t-shirts. My man, he dropped me one of the prototypes. So this is what a looking ass motherfucker look like when they looking at you. You know what I mean? And you looking like, boy, get your looking ass up out of here. Did you see me? Like, do you see the sauce? Like, did you soak it in enough? So they go bless us with some drinks. So when we get the party bus cracking, we got the drinks. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can take us some pictures. And from what she showed me now, everybody that tastes these drinks, they strong. They taste good, but they're
Like
strong.
Cisco.
She put some fucking Cisco and moonshine together and some shit, and gave us a little smoothie mix or some shit.
Come up.
But yeah, she got the liquid black, so we definitely go support her. And once we do the taste test run on there, we go shout her out and let her know that her shit is definitely strong enough to be in the stores. And man, y'all batter shit up out of dozens.
Yo,
6-packs. Get you a 6-pack.
speaking of party buses, I just threw that shit in. You wouldn't even send them my party bus. I just threw shit in there.
Yeah, the party bus is a shit. We got to get one.
Party bus jumping off May 28th.
What? That's my birthday.
Party bus jumping off May 28th. Party bus. I'm saying it again so you'll listen. I'm saying it again so you'll listen. Party bus jumping off May 28th.
This
So
is nigga my birthday. What?
May 28th. So anybody
Fucking epic.
Anybody that's
gonna be
interested in getting in on the party bus,
You
gotta
gotta
come.
be there.
hit up the website www.theshitspodcast.com. Yo, you'll
Gotta
get
come.
2 free shirts. You'll get our t-shirt, the Shits Podcast, and you'll also get the Chicago Clubhouse
yeah.
Sports Podcast t-shirt. Also, you'll get free admission into Tilly's. And you will get we provide the drinks on the party bus. Yeah, so
Some liquid. Sex.
oh, I'm glad you
She gonna
said
put
that.
some liquid sex on the bus for us. See? That's what I say. Hey,
Liquid sweat. Liquid.
you want liquid sweat? I want liquid sex. Because I'm trying to have sex on my birthday.
Okay. Okay. You can talk about the CIA and sex.
Protected. Please use contraceptives. Please have sex responsibly.
With the alley cat.
All your dogs and cats should be spaded and neutered.
Yo, before we wrap up, Stephanie, you want to tell the people where they can find you at?
Oh yeah, all right. So Instagram is a good place to go. Stephanie, and then it's __ Robertson. Okay, I'm working on it.
God damn.
I'll probably change it soon, but I just wanted to get my full name just so people can find me easily, and then the _ fucks everything up. So Stephanie Robertson, it's my name. Look me up. I'm gonna register.
How many underscores though?
3.
3.
Okay, 3 underscores.
I can remember that.
Hey, comedy comes in 3, so that's why I did it.
never
That's
heard-
not at all why I
never
did it,
heard that
but
before.
yeah, no, it's true.
never
No,
heard that
it's true. Comedy comes in 3. It's like rule of 3s. Like, oh, man, I wish I could think of a good example right now, but it's like,
That would probably be good if you could give one.
okay, all right, yeah. There's just okay. Hold on.
I love it. Stephanie funny as shit.
Hold on, I got it. No. Like comedy comes in 3, so like it happens once, it happens twice, and then the third time it's like bam, that's the pun, like that's the funny, like it's like a repetitive. It's like if you were doing a callback. So like earlier, right, we made a joke about going to Walmart, right?
Right.
And then you bring it up again, and then it's like bam, like the punchline is like the third time. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe the next time you watch a comedy, try to notice if they do something 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just got schooled or some shit.
There you go. Yeah.
But you say a lot of things too. Would you say, like, if you want to say something talking to existence, you say it 3 times?
3 times.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
That can
Hey,
apply
good
to
one,
that.
good one,
Yeah,
good
that
one.
can apply to
Good
that.
one.
Good shit, Steph. We ain't
Thank
gonna leave
you.
you out.
So I'm saying it again, party bus. Party bus. Party bus.
Come
Y'all
fuck
hit
with
us
us.
up. Hey man,
That's right.
listen.
On the party bus.
Come fuck with us. Ooh, on the party bus. Oh, come fuck with us.
Come on, come on.
On the party bus.
Come on, come on.
This is jumping. This is jumping. That was a shout out to you for the young MC. For the young MC.
That was a young MC, boy. Shout out Gorilla Glue for the young MC. Fuck with young MC.
This bust the move.
Oh, you want it?
And you got it.
Some of the weakest. That was one of the weakest
Damn.
videos ever, but it was a good song. I like Bust
Yeah,
the
it
Move.
was.
I would
It was
actually
safe.
get up and do like a little kid and play shit and tap. Do
was
the
safe.
little foot tap with nobody in the room. Like it'd just be me. And I'm acting like I'm in there with kid and play, hopping around in a circle.
It was
shit.
safe.
Yeah, it was a safe
Yo,
song.
hey yo, once again, shout out to my man Bubba Ball for bringing so much to the show. Shout out to Stephanie for coming through and participating in
Thanks,
Festival and
Steph.
just
Thanks.
being so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Decadurs, aka Gorilla Glue, put all that shit together. Shout out to my man Booker Sugar that
Yo.
is, hey, let me tell you something.
This dude a fucking nut too.
Hey, y'all gonna see this motherfucker pretty soon on somebody's stage. We gotta talk this motherfucker into it, but y'all gonna see him. And
gotta
shout
get
out to
him out
anybody that fuck with us, man. Like for real. Hey, shout out to my man Ak Murder.
Ak Murder on Instagram. Go follow Ak Murder.
Man, shout out to my man Ak
Follow
Murder, man.
Stephanie.
Follow
Stephanie ___
Robertson.
Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
Follow. You just you just did it. You just gotta follow
You
her.
found me. Yeah.
Mr. $50. Say it.
Mr. $50 stimulus.
The aliases are so fucking cold. Yo, shout out to the young lady that bought 3 t-shirts off us, man, this weekend. Shout out to my man B. Cole, Montel Griffin. Man, we had a dope ass week, man. And yo, Chicago, man, we love y'all and we appreciate y'all fucking with us. You know, we're starting to get more and more calls, you know what I'm saying? People reaching out to us and we love that shit, man.
Traction is picking up. We doing something right.
Yeah.
We doing something good.
Definitely.
We doing something right, man.
So with that being said, party bus. Party bus. And yo, catch us up. Decker Thursday, I gotta wrap it up.
Hey, yo, wrap this shit up, B.
Y'all hit us up next week, man. It's the S.H.I.T.S podcast, y'all. It's the shit.
Don't make them stand up. You gonna slap you if you stand up.